What's up, Better Days? It's the first week of May, and it's Mother's Day week. What's up, Better Days? It's the second week of May, and this week is Mother's Day. I want to wish my mother a happy Mother's Day. I love you very much. I want to take you guys on a walk through my garden. I do this, if you've been watching, every year. We do this in the summer. This is my hedge up front. It's all blackberries, and they're already turning to berries, which is nice. This year's doing particularly well. They are absolutely covered up with flowers, which means I'll have a lot of blackberries. Instead of having flowers as ground cover, I use strawberries, and I like that better. Now, I don't get a lot of strawberries because of this right here. There's a perfect example. Once I get a ripe strawberry, something eats it. A bird, a squirrel, a rabbit, slugs. But that's okay. You gotta have some kind of ground cover up front, and the occasional strawberry that I do get is better than having no strawberries. So these are doing really well this year. Actually, everything's doing really well. I've had this giant blueberry bush for years now, and it's just completely covered in blueberries all over the whole entire thing. So I moved a couple of ones that I had in the back up front here, and they're really thriving. It's starting to really take off, and this thing is covered, a tiny little plant covered in blueberries. This one's not doing as well. He's got a couple little dead limbs here, but he's covered in blueberries, and that's good. That's a good thing. And that's what it looks like in the front yard. Instead of a hedge, I have blackberries. Instead of ground cover flowers, I have strawberries. And instead of an accent plant on the corner, I just have a giant blueberry bush. And it's massive. And it's just, I get a lot of blueberries off this thing. And then go to the backyard. If you've been watching a while, you know I had dogs. And what I did was I built a fence on both sides of the yard to give them the center to run around and play. And then that would keep them out of the gardens. Well, they've moved over the Rainbow Bridge, so it's just me hanging out back here now. But that's why the garden is the way it is on either side of the yard. Right here I've got some tomatoes. Last year I made the mistake of planting them away from the fences, and I had to put them in those tomato cages. This year I'm just going to run these big boy tomatoes right up on the fence and just lean them on the fence, and that way I don't have to worry about a tomato cage. These are garlic. You plant these around Halloween, and what you do is I just go to the grocery store and get a big bulb of garlic and take each individual clove out and pop them in the ground. And this is what you end up with. Big old garlics like this. Just fantastic. All of this is one grapevine. This whole entire thing. The trunk is right there. But all of these will be grapes. And these are Pinot grapes. They make Pinot Noir and Pinot Grigio. But look at this. This is crazy. Just, this thing is doing really well. I know a lot of people lost plants and stuff in that crazy December freeze we had, but this thing seemed to have enjoyed it. Look at this, you guys. This is absolutely nuts. It is completely covered up with grapes, and I've been getting a couple wheelbarrows full of grapes each year. This is all still the same grapevine, all of this. If I had any idea grapes could be this prolific in Tennessee, I would have started growing them years ago. Now you see all these grapes and this grapevine right here. Here's the leaves. This is a different leaf off of a different vine. This is new. He's starting to grow down here right now. You see this 3 leaves as opposed to this one from this other vine. He's tiny. He's just getting started, but he'll eventually do really well, I hope. I got more garlic over here, and unfortunately that storm we had on Sunday knocked off a whole bunch of my peaches. I've got peaches going on this peach tree here, and it looks like I lost a whole lot of them to that storm. There we go. There's some right there. A couple of little guys. This peach tree is tremendous in scope, but when I first started growing it, it broke, and then it grew a couple years, and then it broke again, and then the third time it grew up out of this root, I leaned it on this tree right here. So I'm hoping, or leaned it on this fence. I'm hoping having it leaning on this fence will keep it standing upright for at least, you know, a few years. Got all this area where the dogs used to have for themselves. I don't know, I should probably do something with all this now that they're not here anymore. And we've got this other side. I've got a lot more tomatoes here. These are big boy, and I'm just going to do the same with these right here. I'm just going to put them on this fence. More Burpees big boys. Oh look, something got this one. I mean, something ate it. It's not just a cutworm because the plant's not here. It's gone, but that's okay. That little stub right there will turn back into a tomato. I've got so many of these. And there's a pink brandywine. And I've got another one of those right here. I'm just gonna put those up on the fence. This is my lettuce patch. You gotta get this started early. January, February. Just sprinkle your seeds in the ground. And this is romaine lettuce. And it's delicious. It's fantastic to be able to come out and grab whatever you want for a salad or a sandwich. I've got some pepper plants. Bell peppers, orange, green, purple, red bell pepper, yellow bell pepper, and another red bell pepper. And then I needed some more room for tomatoes, so I put these here. I'll put these in these cages when it's time. We'll go ahead and cage them up. These are Rutgers heirlooms. And that's the look at the garden. The second week of May, Mother's Day week. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. It's real important. Make sure you tell your mom that you love her. Thanks for watching, you guys. Have a better day.